Yes, people. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are watching from. Thank you for staying connected to BBK Sports. It is 6 a.m. That's why I apologize if the the background is a little dark, but the sun hasn't risen on my side of the world. But my temperature, my blood pressure, my temperature is rising. Big up to Hendo, big up to Bluebird, big up to Darren Martin in the building. Sun hasn't risen, but my temperature and my frustration level is going up, but I don't know why. Big up to Godfrey, the BBK legend in the building, reporting the news that I dreadfully did not want to hear. But when you know football, you know football, And any Arsenal fan would be remiss if they didn't see this coming. It was said it on the Waffle Dons channel during one of our weekend warm-ups. As soon as I seen James Madison pull up with an ACL, see the number 10 shirt on his back, see the teams that are moving the most serious in the transfer window: Liverpool, Man City, and dare I say Tottenham. Yes, Tottenham moving seriously in the transfer window. Saw Mohamed Kudus went and got him. And need for number 10. They have a number 10. James Madison is actually a good player, just can't stay fit. What do Spurs do? They move on. He's on their books, they move on. They're not sitting around waiting for Madison to come back and announce him as a new signing. They say, nope, we're not waiting. We are moving for a number 10, the best available number 10 on the market. Now, people, let me be very clear. Arsenal Football Club chose not to sign Eze. This is a choice. Like they say, a presidential election coming up, prime minister, MP, wherever part of the world you're coming from, there's an election. And then you say, I'm not voting because I don't like any of the candidates. A vote is your choice. Absolutely. But when you choose not to vote, that in and of itself is a choice. When you choose not to do something, that's a choice. Arsenal Football Club made a deliberate decision not to go after Eberechi Eze because they thought we have enough. They think Odegaard is enough. They think Ethan and Dowman is enough. Okay. Now you got to show us. They think Nani Madueke, Martinelli, and Trossard is enough. Trossard may go, may not. I've already said I hope I see him go, or he'll probably go. But this was a choice. This was a deliberate choice by Arsenal Club. We have prioritized Nani Madueke over Eberechi Eze. That's what Arsenal Football Club has chosen to do. Now you make your choice, and what do we tell our children? We tell our children every day, choices have consequences. Big up Dre in the building. Big up Jason Guna. Big up Hendo Still. Big up everyone who's locked in here, my little rat. But yes, you tell your children, you tell yourself, you tell your peers, you tell the kids that you coach, mentor, anyone who you have influence over, you tell them that choices have consequences. And our football club has chosen not to. I want to put that energy out there. It's not that Eze didn't want us, not that we couldn't get him. Arsenal Football Club chose to do this. This was a choice, a deliberate action to prioritize a player that Chelsea did not want the day before a final. We said, nah, we're good. Okay, now show us that you are. You absolutely now have to show us that you are, because there is no, what excuse can Arteta run this year? You can't say, haven't been here long enough, that doesn't run. It's going on 6 years. You can't say, I haven't got money or backing from the board. Can't use that. Can't say, we didn't have a preseason. That doesn't run. Can't use that. Can't say, I don't know these players. Can't run. Can't use that. There are probably managers who have been sabotaged over time, not given time, money, or their players. Arteta is not one of those managers. Every single manager who's ever gotten fired from a job, they will tell you, if I was given more time or more money or more resources, I would have got something done. But Arteta has been given all of those. He's been given time, money, resources. Because the time and the money is to buy more players. And he's bought the players, or chose not to buy players. But I want us to understand that our football club, for the Arsenal fans in the chat, not just, big up to LFC Monster and all the other men who come over here and do watch, and I appreciate it. But this is for the Arsenal fans who watch BBK Sports. Make sure you tell your top Gooner friends The rivals, whoever who got ears, who likes football, who will listen, our football club chose this. We chose not to upgrade. Yep. But, you know, what do we know? We were right a couple of times. We have been right a whole bunch of times on a lot of issues. And I think we're going to be right on this one. I think the top gooners are going to eat crow. But do they even care? Do they even care? You know, sometimes I think we actually care too much on this side, you know, because you have to care. You have to give a damn to get upset, right? I don't give a damn what's going on TikTok right now because I don't care. I don't give a damn about, you know, what Donald Trump is saying in the press this morning because I don't care. I don't really get into politics. You know, I don't care who's the starting quarterback for, you know, the Cincinnati Bengals. I won't get upset over that. I don't care. Big up Darren. But yeah, Eze to Spurs. Good for you, Eze. Good for you, my brother. Go where you are celebrated, not where you are tolerated. You know, you see that? You see that goofy kid with the glasses that goes for the chick that nobody wanted, and then she actually treats him good. And then she has a makeover and she gets beautiful. She looks beautiful now. And they're like, damn, why he go for her? Because she wanted him. She celebrated him. Spurs made Eze a priority. We didn't. Why? Because our squad is good enough. Our squad is good enough. Because this is what they say. This is what they say. Our squad is good enough. Because we got player A. And he's better than player B and player C. Gunner Street, it may not be too late to take this down, my brother. Because you are fully in top Gooner category right now, embarrassing yourself. The day that we get linked to Eze, you go make a video putting this up of Odegaard. Did you see Odegaard on Sunday? The progressive carries, the progressive passes. Where was all that? You know? But we don't need Eze. We do not need Eze. When the stinkers start to pile up, more excuses will come on out. Yep. So let me get into the chat and big up these legends once more. Dre in the building. Jason Gooner. I'm bigging up the sports family. Berteta. These men sit in the room together and they look at the squad. And surely they have to know that the fans won a title. Big up to Mereda the Waffle Don. My stream schedule is kind of way off because my physical therapist just be moving my appointment times all over the place. But this morning I got a 9:15, so now I got to stream at 6. But yeah, Berteta. These men sit in the room and have to hey, the fans won a title. I want a trophy. I want a domestic double. I'm calm, clean that up. Because at this point, yes, I'm going to concede. I'm going to concede that Arsenal ain't winning a Premier League title. I'm not hearing no deadline day panic buy. Deadline day panic buy. Ozil was the last good one. The rest of them has been Sterling's and shit. You know? Oh my days. So that's the thing. It's what? 2 p.m. in the UK right now, 6 p.m. So I'm waking up at 5 a.m. turning on Sky Sports and seeing Ben Jacobs and, you know, reporting the inevitable that he is going to Spurs. He's not a Spurs player yet. Mudryk was not a Arsenal player yet. You can still go make this right. The player wanted to come to you. And I do believe if Arsenal go to Palace right now and put 60 million down, he comes to Arsenal. No, we're choosing not to do that. Big up to Boy 10. Hope you are good, bro. Arsenal have everything in place to fail again. Facts. Just sit back, relax, and watch the season come to a grinding halt. Yep, I'm here for it. I'm here for it, you know. You know. And I'm going to be doing a whole lot of redirecting this season. You know, it's just match week this, it's just match week that. Okay, it's going to be a whole bunch of redirecting that energy when it comes. Hey, just sending it back to you, brother. You know, instead of asking this man about the goosebumps that he said we were going to get in the press conference, these men are giving him a balloon and reading him a poem. You know, these reporters, man, if you love man, they say you love man. Yeah, we never even tried. Man wanted us and we didn't even bid. Did not even bid. You know, the warning signs were there. I talked about the warning signs yesterday, right? The check engine light. Once the check engine light comes on, you know, you got to your destination safely, but you ignore the check engine light. You can only ignore it so long before before your piston collides into your cylinder head. Because the engine was telling you. That performance yesterday at Old Trafford, that performance on Sunday at Old Trafford, that was a warning sign. We're all over it. Imagine having an Eze on that bench that you could have bring on, or imagine starting an Eze in that game. Some of those transitions, oh my God. Who thrives in transition in the middle of the park better than an Eberici Eze? We've seen him cook Liverpool with it, seen him cook Man City with it. The clubs do the fans dirty again, says Godfrey. And you know what, Godfrey? I agree with this statement, but some of our fans deserve this shit. Some of our fans deserve to feel some pain. You know, they eat humble pie every season and just don't learn. So maybe they need a piece of pain cake. Yeah? So we'll switch from humble pie and we're going to feed them some pain cake. Because I can't be the only one that's upset about this shit. You know, Darren can't be the only one, and Hendo and Jason Gooner and the Assemble. We can't be the only one that's upset about this shit. And if you're upset about it, let's speak out on it. Let's make it clear that we're not happy about this. Instead of making videos and fucking, instead of making stupid shit like this. Instead of making stupid shit like this to cope, let's let the people know that this is a fuckery. But that's, you know, I'm not in the business of telling people how to cope, but I am in the business of holding my football club accountable. But it's hard to do. It's hard to do. You know, like when your kid comes to you and you said, no, you can't have that. And she goes to mommy and mommy says, yes, you can, sweetheart. You can have the candy. It undermines your authority. You know, you can't hold the kid accountable because the other parent undermines and undercuts you. You know? Brother, the window is underwhelming. I will sit on any panel with anyone, with the brightest of minds, and then have them try to explain to me, how is this window a 7-8 when we've made one addition to our starting 11? I'm here for it. I'm here for it. You've seen the show on the Jordy Dread when Cash just came on there and just spraying and just yelling. The loudest is never the rightest, or never the one that's right. Are the loudest man right? If you have to yell to get your point across, you can talk loud all you want. You know, the empty vessel does what? Very unconvinced. So now what's going to happen is now every single player in this Arsenal squad has to overperform, perform above their level. And who are we charged? Who is charged with getting them to overperform? Arteta. Do we believe in him? Do we believe Arteta can get something out of Martinelli to play at a level similar to the 2022/2023 season? Can we get him to get Madueke to play at a level higher than he was playing at Chelsea? Can he get Odegaard to be a captain and grow a backbone? I really fear that this man is damaging our club beyond repair. The damage that he's going to do when he goes, because it's got to get real sour for him to go. And there's going to be a bigger stain there than when Wenger left. The number 10 shirt was there, but as I said, no. But Arteta said, no, yeah. It's no, I'm not letting them run away from this. As it we couldn't get the deal done because we didn't prioritize. You want to tell me the Arsenal Football Club, who's been recording profits for 3 straight seasons, don't have $30 million? The way these men release merch, the way they charge for season tickets, you don't have 30. Okay, you're not a big club then. Let's remove ourselves from the big club conversations. If you don't have $30 million for a down payment of a release clause of $60 million, you're not a big club. You're a small club. So act like one. But you're not acting like one because you're paying Arteta big club wages. You're paying him £50 million a year. Has anyone heard about average statement? Oh shit, I have not. And if it's more waffle, I'm remiss. Is it just another extension? What do you say, the assembly? I'd love to hear it. You can summarize. I will go dig into it. That's what the donkey say. As they waited, and this probably his first and last big move that he will get. There's a big up to Eze. I'll never say big up to Spurs, but big up to Eze. Man has to prioritize his work. His work is football. You delivered a trophy to Palace. You delivered a community shield to Palace. Now you move on. Big up to the Waffle Don. Big up to you every single time, my brother. My stream partner in time. Come on, BBK. You know Joe Shiesty of the quarterback of the Bengals. I know. I did watch the game last night. That's why the Bengals just popped in my head, but they got a track team in to go into the season. But they better hit those same numbers like last year because the defense was poor apart from Trey. Yeah. I did see him last night. And that damn Jamar Chase got his money. He's looking serious. But yeah, I do know. I was laying there watching NFL preseason is back. Big up, Dre. As it was never an option for us to sign after we got Madueke and Norgard. If you ask me, I agree. I got laughed at when I said none is Rodrigo, unless the club actually got that $70 million for Dinelli. Nah, but we blocked the sale for him. We blocked the sale, but he could only give you an hour. Berta thinks the squad is good enough for what? Merch. Good enough to win something. So people, is it time to do the dreaded thing that we said we weren't going to do? Is it time to do what you don't do as a big club? Is it time to do what we blame Wenger for doing? What am I talking about? Is it time to lower the standards of Arsenal Football Club? Is it time for us to lower our standards? Because this club ain't winning shit. And if I'm sitting here and say the club ain't winning nothing now, how can I be mad at Arteta? Right? You've built a squad that ain't winning nothing. Now I'm looking past you, Mikel. Now I'm looking past you because someone is allowing you to do this. Someone is allowing you to go into another failed season. It's not just one game. What we saw in game 1, in match week 1, was an extension of match week 34, 35, 36, 37 of last year. Stinky football, predictable football, no ideas. If you don't inspect that check engine light, you're gonna have you're not gonna have an engine soon. You don't inspect, you don't check that TPS, that tire pressure sensor. When the light comes on, blowout in March, season over. Saka pulls up. The check engine light was on for Saka for 2 years. He's overplayed. These were warning signs. They were there. Was anyone in here? Big up to the 20 of you locked in. Was anyone who was in here surprised when he pulled up with his hamstring in December 21st against Crystal Palace? Anyone? We watched this boy limp off the pitch for 3 years straight and said he's overplayed. Now men want to come and stream and tell me Arteta's seen that players are getting injured, so he's got to prioritize depth. Okay, so he has to wait for them to get injured, even though we could see that he's being overplayed. We can see this from a mile away, and he sees them every day, and he can't see that. Then you're not a manager. If I can point out holes in your job from this far out, I wouldn't be surprised if our creativity cracked it at some point this season, particularly left wing. Brother, the boy 10. Some of our least creative players are in those positions. Facts. Facts. And I know it's Martinelli and Declan Rice. You can say their names here. You can say their names, boy 10. This is a safe space. Because I got corn for anyone who comes after you. You know? Safe space, my brother. This loud thing is not into it gets clicks. It gets views. I will calmly sit here and tell anyone to hold that. Arsenal are Premier League champions. I don't have to yell in your face. You know? Real G's move in silence like lasagna. Six foot, 7 foot, 8 foot, boom. Remember that one? Real G's move in silence like lasagna. Courtesy of Wayne Carter. 6'7". If you know, you know. Not gonna lie though, if I see Waneri studying against Leeds, we will play well and we will win. I might say we're good to win the league. Boy 10, that will never happen. That will never happen because if that requires him to drop Odegaard, his captain who Tony said isn't a captain, no. Odegaard will start 38 Premier League games this season unless he's, I don't even want to say injured, unless he suffers a major injury. If he can walk, he's starting every Premier League games this season. Arteta is going to prove a point that you don't tell me about my captain. He's going to start, he's going to play, he's going to wear the armband because I am Mikel. But I would love that. I would love that. I've seen enough of him too. Big up to not Brett May. Hello, Chief Warrant Officer 4, he says. That is me. That is me. That is me. Hello, my dear. I'm live on stream. And my wife bringing me some Starbucks. Starbucks coffee. Boy. Ah, jeez, I said I can run my belly. I am not fussed about Arsenal not getting Eze. As I've said before, Arteta is the problem, says Hendo. Would he get the best out of Eze? I doubt it. But that's the thing, Hendo. I hear that point. Valid point. Valid. However, I would like for Eze to already be in the squad. So when the new manager takes over, we have a number 10. We have a striker. But the rate he is going, this is my fear that he is going to not sign the players we need, keep the players we should let go. So when he does get sacked, a new manager has to unfuck all of this. It's taking us backwards. It's taking us backwards. And you should be pissed off. Everyone should be pissed off. Feel mad na bambakla. Supposed to bring up. We're just like, let's just see how it goes. We got the 3 points and we prioritize Madueke and Norgard over Eze. Yep. Norgard. Yes, sir. No lies told there, boy 10. Big up to all 19 of you locked in. I appreciate you. I really do. Don't do it to yourself, boy 10. Arsenal ain't winning the Prem with this fraud of a manager. It's not. We're not. And that's the thing. It's challenge. It's compete. It's challenge. It's compete. Be there or thereabouts. And if he just happens to win, he looks like a genius. But what have we seen? Now, to the top gooners, yeah? And the happy clappers and the get along gang. I believe they actually want to win, right? I do believe they want to win. However, I do believe they want to win with him. They want to win with him so they can do this. Did it. That's what they want to say. We've seen Arteta's way. Now, I'll give Arteta some credit. Let's do it, right? Arteta's way has got us competing. Arteta's way has got us challenging. However, Arteta's way doesn't win. That's my gripe. Why doesn't he win? Because he does shit like this. prioritize Martinelli, Madueke, VPN over Eze, over Rodrigo, Sesko over Gyökeres. Nah, come on, Hendo. I have to believe if all decisions I want to see made for the Leeds game are made, brother. Ethan. Max wasn't even in the squad. You know, Catch thinks Max is gonna play all these minutes. I'm like, no, bro, he's not gonna play. It was Arteta who introduced Ethan in 2023, 2022 or 2023. We didn't see him for a whole year. Introduced Max. But Max ain't gonna play no heavy minutes. He's gonna play less minutes than Ethan played last year. And last year we were begging for Ethan to play more minutes. And in the very limited time that Ethan did play, he proved that he belonged in the Premier League. And he had to create an easy situation before he signed a contract about his playing time. Because Captain Fantastic must play. Also, thinking we are good to win the league does not mean I think Arteta is going to seal the deal. But he damn well should be starting Waneri against Leeds all the same. Yeah. I give that a 0% chance. This guy, too stubborn, too stuck in his ways, always thinks he's the smartest guy in the room. We ain't winning shit with this guy. 20 years, ain't winning shit. Now the title is gone. The excuses he can't use. The excuses he cannot use. I have to believe, man, I can't see us lifting a trophy for another year. I can't. I thought of this stuff. Shit was behind us. Yeah. Right on. And Stoke football. Now, if we get 38 of those, you know, besides the fact that you will be damn near dead from high blood pressure and a heart attack, you know, in match week what? Match week 30. The league would be done if you deliver 30 of those. If you deliver 30 of those, you'll have 30 points after match week 30. No one will be nowhere near that. And then maybe we'll be able to breathe a little bit. But no, that's matter. We see Man City. Man City are back. They are fully back. And Rodri ain't even back. You know, better. If you have to be very specific, but yeah, he ain't doing that, my bro. Especially not this early in the season, because in his head, he might even actually think that Odegaard played well. I've seen a lot of people saying Odegaard played well. I think Odegaard was poor. I think Rice was poor. I think Zimmerman was okay, and that's given him context saying it's his first Premier League game. Playing midfield in the Premier League is very hard to do if you've never done it. Especially against the Man United side, who roughed him up against when he played against United in Sociedad. Man didn't even tweak his tactics. Nah, it was so predictable, man. Does Arteta even have stones to start with? Nah, he ain't. Not with a fit Martin. Not with a fit Martin under pressure. Belief has no place in top tier football. Sadly, this manager is showing he's out of his depth. Now the players, they better believe they can win the league. Or do the players look at it realistically and say, we're nowhere good, but that team is better than us? You know, kind of like when most teams walked off the coach and saw prime Barcelona. They saw Messi, they saw Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, they saw Neymar, they saw Suarez, and they knew they weren't beating that team. But they can't go on the pitch and lay down. We got Madueke as Saka's second option just to use him on the left and play Saka 90 minutes just as always. Facts. But they're not ready for this conversation. I had to ask, Catch, brother, when have you ever seen interchange between our front play? Odegaard takes up residence on the right-hand side like he bought real estate at the Emirates. Madueke came on the left every single time. I don't know where they're getting this left wing shit from. You've seen this. I'm not getting rid of this. I'm here for it. Because if they come on the channel, I'm here for it when they start spewing he's good on the left. No, he's not. No, he is not. That's what he did on the left. 007. 7 starts. 0 goals, 0 assists. On the right, where he is better, those are Martinelli numbers. We're screaming to get rid of him. I'm here for these, man. Receipts. I am here for it. I'm not playing these games with them. You know, come on, man. Politicians piss on people's legs all the time, and tell them it's rain. Now we got, the club politicking and pretending that we don't have eyes. And he seems to have instructed Ogos to not pass the Yokeres. Because he does make the runs. He does make the runs. We said Ethan is enough as cover for Odegaard, and he plays 90 minutes the first game of the season. Oh, my days. I pray, my fellow Arsenal fans, I hope that, we have the rest of our lives in order. Because we used to come to this club for relief and enjoyment and entertainment. Now the club is the one that takes away our enjoyment. The club is the one that gives us grief. And it's the work and the family that gives us, the joy. So I hope that part of our lives are in order. Because this club ain't doing it. The Waffle Don said Jesus will be our new left wing. But do it. Even play him in the 10. He can create. It's just Odegaard, man, is off it. Not surprised. And I know why the people who want to silence Tony are mad at Tony, right? Because they know that Odegaard can't do under pressure, and Tony just put him under more pressure. But I don't buy that. That's not running. You're captain at Arsenal Football Club. You have to be able to deal with pressure. I don't care how much pressure it is. And let me say this. They're literally trying to silence him. Like, shouldn't have said that. Keep your words to yourself. You want to silence Tony Adams. So Igal can have 30,000 subscribers and have a voice, have an opinion. Harry Semio and Christian and Harry Canton and these men, they can have a voice and have 30,000 subs and have an opinion. So one of the greatest captains to ever kick a ball cannot have an opinion. If Tony can't have an opinion, all of you men need to lock off your YouTube channels. I should too. If he can't speak, none of us are allowed to speak on football if Tony Adams can't speak on football. And if you can't respect that, your whole perspective is whack. Mm-hmm. Imagine if Roy Keane said Bruno ain't shit and he's not a good captain for Man United to win a title. You think the Man United fans would go after Roy Keane? Even if they disagreed with him. They wouldn't go after Roy Keane and send him death threats over Bruno. Oh, my days. Not surprised that Saka had an hamstring twinge in September before the international break too. The whole world could see that Saka was going to pull up at some point. Limped off every single game on the start sheet going. Big up to Fitz. Keep up the good work, mate. Go ahead, Fitz, man. Big up to you, bro. I hope you are well. Hope you are well. Manners and respect every single time. Funny how you're hiding you're hinging your hope on Wanyeri playing against Leeds. Yeah, it's that. Like, if that's a bet, that's got to be like a 1 to 5,000. You might take that and just hope. He'll play. He damn sure won't start. At this point, I doubt he will even play. It's an observation. Okay, I got you. It's Darren and Borjan. I think I skipped a couple of comments here, people. I'm sorry. My mouse is being sticky. Where is it? Wait. Yeah. Big up to Brett. Hey, slap the likes, people. If you have forgotten, please slap. Where we at? Where we at on the likes? Appreciate my brother, the Waffle Don, reminding me on the likes we're on. Appreciate you checking in, people. 25 of you legends locked in. Getting some therapy. Where we at? If Wanyeri doesn't start against Leeds, then it's the same. It's not starting, brother. We've seen this movie before. They didn't even make a new edit. Just release the same reel. It is like Jordans. You know, it's like Jordan's. Jordan releases the new sneakers over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. People still buy it though. We already know he doesn't, and we'll start Odegaard every game if it. And look at we got Bab in here saying a bunch of crybabies. Yeah, crybabies. But these are the same men that will look at Tottenham who won a trophy, look at Palace who won a trophy, talk shit about Liverpool, talk shit about Mo Salah, talk shit about Manchester City. So who's the crybaby? Who's the crybaby? You bitch. You got suck your mother. You pussy all yo. Yeah, if we don't get the older guy, it was a good game. It was a good gave the ball away and nearly led to a goal against us. Yeah, brother. He did. I think it was Dorgu that got a shot clean at our goal. You know. Uh-oh. In minute number 38, people. I clocked him. Me just have to tell him, Bab, I got suck out the mother. We've been given the green light. And if you are listening from your car, people, I give you about 2 seconds to turn your music up because we have been blessed with the presence of men like E. Ross.
Maybach music.
Rosé born stunner. I can blow money. 50 when I'm shopping. That ain't no money. I'm burning purple flowers. It's burning my chest. I bury the most cash and burning the rest. Collar on my polo. Kisses on my necklace. All my diamonds watching. Now my watch is getting jealous. I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover. Whipping. Follow me. I'm so sophisticated.
Maybach music.
Yes, sir. Big up to E. Ross for joining us this Monday, Tuesday morning. Oh, Jesus. I'm all off of it. The music gets in my head sometimes. Big up to E. Ross every single time. Yes, sir. But yeah. Now, I know we've seen the reports of Liverpool sending Ben Dokes for like 25 million to Bournemouth. How many Premier League games did Ben Doak play last year? How many? You're getting 25 million for a guy that played in the Championship, and he's 19. He's 19, played in the Championship, and they're getting 25 million for him. We can't even get 20 million for Fabio Vieira, but we're told, hey, we need to make sales to be able to sign players. You know, got to make sales to sign players, but we can't do it because all the players are shit. The ones that we're trying to sell are either shit or they're on crazy, crazy wages and we can't get rid of them. You know. So what are we saying? What are we saying? Waffle Don said, we can't get anything for Kivior played in the big in the semifinal. Yeah. So that's why I put Berta in the thumbnail, you know, because there have been quite a few in Berta we trust, and I can't be a hypocrite on here, and I said I'm not giving Berta any slack. I'm giving Berta all the grace, all of it, when it comes to outgoings, because he didn't put any of these players on these crazy contracts. It's very difficult to sell someone who's on 260, coming off 2 ACL surgeries. It's very difficult for us to do it, right? Because historically we don't sell. I mean, Liverpool and Chelsea, you know, would find a way to get rid of these men, but they're stuck on our books forever. So I'm not going to give Berta any slack for this. I'm going to give him a whole lot of grace and be like, you know what? The incomings, you did well with Gyökeres. You know, you did well with Mosquera as a backup for Saliba and all that stuff. But these outgoings, no coin whatsoever. Berteta got too much loyalty to mid players. Or maybe he just don't think he can coach the good ones. Maybe he doesn't think he can coach a Eze or a Rodrigo you know, because he didn't really coach at Ozil. And you really start to deep it. You're like, yeah, what big players has Arteta really coached? A star player, a world-class player. There's a reason why it's like, yo, how many world-class players do Arsenal have? It's always been a thing. It's always been an actual question. How many world-class players do Arsenal have? You know? It's a real question. And me going, and I thought I was even in subscriber mode only. You know, because we got the mutants coming over here. The mutants gonna come over. We're gonna have to at least make them subscribe to the channel. Make them pay some kind of rent. Go post to calling people crybabies for calling out your club for doing dumb shit. I swear, man. I wish there was a way we could actually like separate ourselves from this bunch. You know, from the bunch of lunatics in the fan base that call you a crybaby for calling out the club for doing stupid shit. You know, bend up 25 million and we stuck with 8 million in sales for 2 months. I didn't even know that. 8 million. But by all reports, we should be good on PSRs from what I'm hearing. Right? But we can't get. Yeah. So Liverpool are buying well, selling well. Or they're selling well. They're buying well because they can sell well. Huh? But yeah. 5 seasons is enough, right? Because when I talk to people who say that we're toxic and we're negative on this side of the fence, I ask them, okay, give me 5 reasons why Arteta should be still in the job. And I've seen Aaron do this as well. Give me 5 reasons why Arteta should be still in the job. And that's when you get them start to and then they say this. Where is it? Then they say this. Because they have nothing to say. They have no words, so they get personal. You know what I'm saying? Because if you ask me, give me 5 reasons why he should be sacked, I don't even have to think about it. Don't even have to blink. But I can say, shut up and get up my face, right? And no, I can actually give you the reasons. But give me a reason why he should stay. They can't do it. How is Ox, our record sale? Pitiful. But you can spin this. You can put a spin on this and you can say, we're not a selling club. We make superstars. We don't sell them. I just put my top gooner hat on. You know, I have to say, how much would Thierry Henry be worth in this market? We make superstars. You know, Fabregas and all this. Still, I think Ox was our record sale. I think we robbed Everton for Iwobi. I think Iwobi paid us what? I think they paid us almost 30-something million for Iwobi. You know, zero world-class players that he's ever coached. I thought they couldn't even win a game as City standing manager. Oh man, which game was that he lost? It was the game when was Pep suspended or sick or something. You know, yeah, mental gymnastics, man. They jump through hoops and hoops and hoops and hoops. Just I don't know how they. Just shut up and cheer. Just shut up and cheer for the club. But you know, when you have someone who can clearly help your team says, "I want to come to Arsenal," and we didn't go get him for whatever reason, this is negligence on the club. This is gross negligence on the behalf of trophies. We don't want to win. We're not serious about winning. We're not. The only way we can win a Premier League with this team is if, say for example, Man City, Liverpool are playing in all 4 competitions, and we're just solely focused on the Premier League. And we have no injuries and everyone is fit and we can just play the Stoke City stinkhouse football and try to get a 1-0 every game. When everyone else has to prioritize 4 competitions a week. Stay fit and just focus on the Premier. The only way we have a chance. because we see how the team looks when Norgard is in the 6. Doesn't look great. Doesn't look great at all. But we see how Man City look when they rotate. Them man used to put the B team out for the Carabao that would finish top 4 easily. You know? The one game Man City lost. I'm trying to remember that game. Jesus, I'm trying to remember that game. I'm trying to. Man, the mental gymnastics is crazy that they do. Big up the LFC monster in the building. How goes it, people? It's not as if being an Arsenal fan, eh? Yeah. Now I seen this other clip floating around of Semenyo saying, "Yeah, I'm an Arsenal fan. I want to play for one of the top clubs either." So now you can just go ahead and put a giant X next to his name. X. Semenyo won't be an Arsenal player because 1, he's an Arsenal fan. 2, he's actually good and could actually help us. So nah, we don't need him. We need more project players, you know. Because I want to hear the reason. I wish now, going into a press conference, you think anyone is going to press him on this? That balloon merchant that wrote him a poem. That balloon merchant, you think he's going to ask Arteta, Eze was available. You clearly need more creativity in your midfield. Why didn't the club go after him? He won't ask him that. And what kind of man writes that other man a poem? Not telling you how to live your life, but shit, what kind of man has ever wrote another man a poem? But these are the people who are meant to be the voice of the fans and ask the club the questions the fans want answers to. You know? Bro, we knew from day one he was never going to come to Arsenal. Man wanted Arsenal. Arsenal didn't want him. Arsenal is that chick that you wanted in high school, right? Remember that chick you wanted in high school when she was actually hot, you had a crush on? And then 20 years later, you see her, she got about 5 kids. You know, she's past it. Got on a couple of extra pounds. Now she wants you. You know? That's what ours is. Eze is in his prime. He's in his prime and we don't want him. You know? Been telling man for months. I'm here for it. I said the transfer window was closed weeks ago. I was like, nah, brother, transfer window's closed. We're not getting anyone else. That Madueke red flag was just, it was too big, too bright to be ignored. And once that flag was raised, I was like, yep, another dead transfer window. And a dead transfer window is usually goes hand in hand with a dead season, does it not? Of course, he wasn't. Your club prioritized Madueke over Eze. LFC Monster, if you have the time to start this video back over, my brother, I swear I said those exact same words. Those exact same words. I swear to God. Big up to you for tuning in. No, this Sky Sports journalist, man, the one that old, I don't even want to say what he looks like. Yeah. One with the balloon, the one that opened the balloon with the Arsenal thing in their press conference and read a poem to celebrate the start of the season. Who the hell celebrates the start of a season? Celebrate the end when you win something. You don't win something at the end of the season, you should be upset. You should be mad. Especially if you feel like you did everything in the transfer window. So at the end of next season, we can't even be mad, innit? Because we're seeing like match day 1, 3 points collected. But you know that when you buy that used car, you drive it for over 30 minutes and all the lights come on. TPS, the check engine light, the damn windshield washer fluid low. It's a Christmas tree. All the lights are on, and you just ignore them. And then you have to phone a friend at 3 a.m. somewhere. You know, oh yeah, that brother in the press right jumped up with a balloon. Nah, you should have came into that press conference. Mikhail, what happened to the goosebumps? Where are the goosebumps that you said you were gonna get? Because we don't see it. Now, The digging merchants, right? So we dug up 3 points on Sunday. Fair. However, keep digging to me is what I like to call a linear argument. And I bring up the term linear because that's what the Arsenal fans say to me when I say to them that Liverpool are better than us and they had a better window. So I expect them to finish above us this year. But football is not that linear. Okay, but how come it's linear when it's Arteta talking about digging? Like E-Ross said earlier, mental gymnastics. They will make a point, and when you use that same point that doesn't line up with their argument, they flip it. How come it's not linear? How come it's not linear when we're doing that, but it doesn't suit your argument? As of right now, this is my opinion backed up by a certain amount of facts, rational statistics. And if you agree with me, you agree. If you disagree, you can let me know why. Manchester City have a better squad than us, a better manager. They've had a better transfer window. Liverpool have a better squad than us, a better manager, and they've had a better transfer window than us. So how are we meant to finish above them? Anyone in here taking Arteta over Slot and Klopp? Slot and Pep? No, I'll take your silence as agreement. Anyone in here taking the Arsenal squad over the Man City or the Liverpool squad? No, those two squads are littered with winners and world-class players. You seen Cherky, you seen Reinders, you seen Ekitike, you seen Verts. Better transfer window. We see Madueke. We see Norgard. Yeah? So the teams that are, we need to run faster. We need to start earlier and run faster to pass them. But we're running backwards. Liverpool and Man City are running towards the Premier League title. We're running from it. Where's the preparation? Going into a season with hope. Again. I can't get with it. Not my thing. Right now, that chick who got filmed driving down the highway interstate with the wheel missing, yet driving like nothing is wrong. Just smiling, innit? She was just smiling. This all 32 teeth showing. She was just, happier than, almost got myself canceled there. I have to keep my happier than analogies to myself. But that's what it is. City pool, better squad, better manager, better window. There were so many things that he needs to be pressed on that he gets away with, Because he was in a press conference saying, if players don't want to come to Arsenal, I'm not convincing them. I'm not in the business of convincing anyone to come to Arsenal. And the top gooners was just, yeah, my manager. Then I sit back and I'm thinking like, what? Because they don't think for themselves, they just listen to what he says and they regurgitate it. I'm thinking like, that statement doesn't make any sense to me. So you mean to tell me, if Lamine Yamal becomes available tomorrow, you don't think you have to convince him to come to Arsenal? You think that he's just supposed to come to Arsenal because you are Arsenal? Oh, I'm not going to convince him. Let Lamine Yamal become available tomorrow. Who is Arsenal Football Club to sit on a high horse and be like, well, he doesn't want to come to Arsenal, so we're not in the business of convincing him. Like, what? But this is the question that you would ask if your brain works and you're thinking. But they sit there and they cheer, yeah, my manager, we ain't convincing nobody. If no one wants to come to the club, I don't want him at the club. Did you see when LeBron James became a free agent for the first time? Every city in the NBA had, well, please come to New York, LeBron. Banners everywhere. Taxpayer money. Taxpayer money was being used for a basketball player to be recruited. You don't have to convince players. Matter of fact, you're right. You don't have to convince them because you can't. I'm not convinced that you can convince a world-class player to come play Arteta ball because they don't know what the fuck it is. Just learned that the media are still being briefed to talk about Rodrigo. Rodrigo, stay where you are, bro. Stay where you are. Don't let this man kill your career. Some players are worth commit. Facts. Facts. And that's what I'm saying. Let the top boys become available. Oh, where do we get this high horse from? I can understand if Real Madrid say that. Right? I can understand if Bayern Munich say that. But us? Where do we get the gall? Like, maybe Kvaratskhelia is not worth convincing in January in the middle of an injury crisis. How about it? How about it by 10? This is lunacy. Perfect example. We should be rolling out the red carpet for him, Mr. Barrett. Come on. It's the World Cup year. Come get these minutes. Come bang. Come over here and bang. Carlo will have to put you in the Brazil squad. You are going to give him a selection headache. I would have offered Cabra shares at the damn club to get him land in charge of this shit. 1% would have made him a smooth brother. I would love to see Kvaratskhelia in the spaces that Martinelli get. When they double up on Saka and that diagonal switch is there. I would love to see Rafael Leao in those spaces. Rodrigo in those spaces. Mitoma in those spaces. Then Gyökeres would get 10 tap-ins. I know it. Frankie, hire me. Those overpaid sports analysis of yours, analysts of yours on the KFC money whack. They don't know what they're doing. Brother, it's not very hard to see. It's not very hard to see. I have the receipt. I'm gonna go pull up the receipt of me on Waffle Don's channel. The day James Madison got hurt, I said, going for Eze now. They have to. As a sporting organization, you owe it to your fans to at least ask the question. For us, the question didn't even need to be asked. Eze answered the question without even we asking it. He wanted to come. He would have came. But the club chose not to. Arsenal Football Club made a conscious decision not to upgrade on our left-hand side, not to upgrade on our creative midfield. It's a choice. And choices have consequences, just like we tell our children. We are no different. The main theme of our transfer window has been once the players talked with Slot, it was only Liverpool from then on. You have to, as a manager, be able to present a vision, etc. Yeah, a clear vision. Imagine listening to Arteta sitting there just waffling, and then you're like, what's the question again? You know those people who will ask you a question and then ramble on for 5 minutes, and you have to be like, hey, can you repeat the question? Because I got lost like a fart in a whirlwind in all that waffle. You know, there is no concise, no clear picture painted. This isn't FIFA or Football Manager. Yeah, it isn't. It isn't. However, have you ever seen in FIFA someone pick up a yellow card in a semifinal? A striker picks up a yellow card in a semifinal, and the club picks up a striker from another continent, fly him to another continent, play him, sign him, give him medical, play him in a semifinal. He scores in the semifinal, fire him into a final, scores in the final. That is not FIFA I just described. I just described Chelsea in the Club World Cup and João Pedro. João Pedro was on a beach in Brazil, and Nico Jackson picked up the yellow card and got himself suspended, or got himself the red card and got himself suspended for the semis. They signed a player that was on the beach and played him the next game. And he scored and won them a trophy against the best team in Europe, the champions of Europe. They did that in real life. But Arsenal Football Club are meant to make you try to believe that, oh, you know, we're negotiating, we're talking, and these deals are difficult, and this and that. Stop it. They're excuses. Yes, it's supposed to be hard. You find a way. Chief Chambers, take you. I need you to take 20 men, and I need you to go secure Bagram Airfield so this convoy can pass through with some high value assets. Okay? Give me what I need. Bam. 20 million, I need this, I need that, and we're going. No, I can't do that, because right now, no. I'm not in the excuse business. Not at this level in professional football. As they had a release clause for 2 months of the transfer window. It's insane. Essentially, the player was on sale. That's what the release clause is, isn't it? I am worth 100 million. English player, creative player, scores goals. On sale, release clause. I'm worth 100, but you can get me for 60. That's a sale. Fire sale. But I'm meant to let the release clause expire. Another red flag. The Madueke red flag was one that we weren't getting. Then once the release clause expired, was another red flag. Yeah, that's right. It's not FIFA or Football Manager. I can offer shares in the real shares or real to players in those games. Real stakes. I got you. Heck, I surely have to offer a hotel somewhere at the Cabra or all the earnings from the merch stores to Bill in Georgia. He would take that deal. Because do we know any other top players from Georgia? He is the one, isn't it? Oh my days. If this club was clever, we would talk about no stupid wages. Yeah. Criminal offenses. Dinchenko on how much? Oh my days. And not many normal release clauses either. Literally, Klarna was released 30 M. Pay the rest later. Yeah. So all these points, all these talking points, Darren said, we just didn't want him. So if you don't want better, you think you have enough. Right? That chick in high school that wants me now, who thinks she is better, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I got my wife now. I think she is better, so I don't want you. So we think Odegaard is better than Eze. So we're good. Right? Or we think Madueke is better than a Rodrigo or whoever else that we can upgrade. Okay. We're good. Now you have to show us stuff. Now you have to show us. The excuses can't run. But didn't have a preseason. Didn't have this, didn't have that. No, you've had all that. It doesn't get any better than that. None of it. Mr. Battered, I cannot believe Eze is moving for literally a few million pounds more than Madueke's fee is Spurs. All of our teams, Berteta, man. Berteta. No longer cooking. The stove is off. This is negligence. Negligence. One addition to the starting 11. Meant to be a goosebumps window. Immediately. When do you start preparing for the 2025-26? Immediately. The reporter didn't even get a question out of his fucking mouth. Immediately. You start immediately. We're already talking to this person, that person, that person, and I already get goosebumps when I'm thinking about it. Okay, 8 million in sales. Nuno Tavares is the only player sold. Who are you talking to? What people? What? This was just another waffle session, just like after the PSG loss. Another waffle session. Just another waffle session. Is anyone, Charles Watts, Ted Hurley, the one that wrote him the poem, and the balloon merchant, any one of you, is anyone worth their salt? Is anyone going to ask him these questions? Because I want to hear him say it. I want to hear him say it. Big up to DJ Jamboy. I want to hear him say it. I think my squad is good enough to win. Because now we know where the accountability goes. Because if you don't think it's good enough, hello, transfer window still open. Players want to come to Arsenal. But if you think your squad is good enough, okay, cool, all right. We'll get behind the manager and clap. Because we weren't supposed to. Pick up the Static, by the way. Static's not in the chat, but he did a reaction video when he went at the people and he said, you know, Arsenal, you are allowed to criticize a bad performance. It's not forbidden. Pick up the Static every single time. Man of scholar. Great words. It is not forbidden to criticize your football club for a bad performance. Because you know what a red flag is. We know what a check engine light is, a warning sign. A TPS flag, it's a warning sign. It's there for a reason. There were warning signs all over that Man United game. But ignore them, and they become bigger problems. £6 million, no less. Big up to Jerry Real One, man. Hope you are well, my brother. Why teams only want loans from us? Because they know we're not serious. And they don't want to buy any of our players. The players that we're trying to get rid of, either they're on too much money that they can't afford, or the players are out of form because Arteta hasn't played them. When has Sambi Lokonga kicked the ball for us? Right? He went to Luton, Palace, Sevilla. He hasn't kicked the ball for us for 3 years. I was shocked when we triggered release. I heard we extended his contract 12 months. What? What the hell are we doing? Triggered his release clause. Man hasn't kicked the ball for triggered his extension. How? Hasn't kicked the ball for us for 3 years. Zinchenko, the third choice left back at Arsenal. I understand it. I understand why clubs only want. If I'm loaning, if I want Zinchenko's coming to play for my football club, I'm not paying a left back 150 pounds a week. Because that makes him the highest paid player at most mid-level clubs. You play that money for your attacking players and your strikers, not a damn left back who can't defend. I mean, if he was a good left back, I would hear it. But he's not even good there. You know? This is lunacy. The Athletic put up a table of bad sales by all Premier League clubs. Arsenal has a grand total of 6.9 billion. The Armory probably had more sales other than the first day of the kid sales. Yeah. Yep. We have probably have more than 6.9 million damn retweets of Arteta's waffle. This is, and that's the thing. Again, I have to keep it consistent. I am not going to hold Berta account for these shit contracts. Nope. Not. He had nothing to do with them. I'm giving him all the grace. But you know, sometimes I have a hard time wrapping my head around how at this phase, at this level of the process, all this money spent. I think LFC Monster has pointed it out a couple of times. Still no recognized left back. Still no left winger worth their salt. And still no senior number 10 in the squad. We talk about number 10s. I really have to mention Ethan, and I really have to mention Dalman, who has never kicked a Premier League ball, because I really don't think Odegaard is a 10. How? Mismanaged. 6.9 million in sales. Porto remain invested in Kivior after Arsenal already turned down a bid in July. He's always high on Porto list for news CVs. But Arsenal value Kivior as an important player, not an easy deal. Never easy when it comes to us. But you see how easy the Madueke deal was. Was there any hiccups with the Madueke deal that I missed? Was there even a bid rejected? Did Arsenal bid for Eze? Did Arsenal bid for Madueke and Chelsea rejected the bid and then Arsenal rebid? No. Because Arsenal bid for Eze, Chelsea was like, what? We didn't understand. What did you say? Say it very slowly. We thought you were speaking another language. You want him. You're gonna pay us 50 million, 48 up front for him. Bid accepted. They couldn't believe their luck. Not an easy deal. We didn't make the Gyökeres deal an easy deal, did we? We made a meal of that, and he wanted us. He wanted us, and we didn't make that deal an easy deal. Yeah, was this a difficult deal? God, no. It was linked. Terms agreed, he agreed, holding up the shirt at somebody's wedding. You got all the top gooners with their blind faith, expecting big players to come in after getting your squad depth, yet hasn't happened. Of course, the goalposts are being moved once more. Hey, LFC Monster, I know you, man, get a kick out of our fan base. I know you, man, must look at us and be like, how are they this stupid? How do they allow their club to treat them this way? Like, take me in the brain of a Liverpool fan right now and look at how you like, what? They see what we're doing. If you're a Liverpool fan, does Arsenal see what we're doing? Do they see what City is doing? And they think they can match what we're doing with what they're with Madueke and Norgard. Take me through it, my brother, because I really want to know. The only logical explanation in my head for your window is the Cronkies and Berta have had a discussion and the decision and decided this is it spending wise on Arteta, and we'll wait till the new manager comes in. I hear that, but if that's the case, just sack him. They should just sack him. Just sack him. Because I'm convinced a new manager that come in wouldn't make Madueke his first signing. So now a new manager is going to inherit Madueke. It's bad enough that he would have to inherit Havertz and Calafiori and Moreno. And I could even easily throw Odegaard in there. Even though Odegaard has given us a good season and a half. But if that's the thinking, that just sack if they've agreed that this is it for spending, that means partially they're thinking that he's not good enough. And if you agree that the manager's not good enough, then you have to do a Daniel Levy. You must do a Daniel Levy. What is a Daniel Levy? Just rip the Band-Aid off. Thank you for that trophy, and rip that shit off. There's no time for sentiment in sports. Big up to all 23 of you locked in. When we get to 20 likes, we can get to 20 likes. Be a good stream. Be a great stream. Go from a good to a great stream. Big up to Dr. Seymour Butts. Journeyman. Protocol. What you saying to us, bro? Hope you are good. Big up to G Wills. We do need more. But truth be told, this squad would be slapping opponents under a different manager. I hear it. My brother. Under a different manager, we might see Ethan unlocked. Under a different manager, you might see Odegaard. They left 8 instead of 10. Under a different manager, you could be banging on Berta's door, be like, get me Eze. Get me Eze, I'll win you the league. If you're a manager that really believes that you can win the league, right? Or you believe you're this close, you tell it. You tell it through your actions. You tell it through your signings. You tell it through your style of play. I'm banging on Berta's door, be like, man, get me Eze and I'll win the league. Give me the best chance to do it. Madueke, big up to Christopher Chan. Appreciate you, bro. Hope you are good. Madueke, another rejectee. Yep. They can't tell me that he isn't. Have we ever seen this in the history of football? Have we ever seen a club let a player that they rate highly leave them the day before a final? We're playing in the final Sunday, we're selling you on Saturday. Have we ever seen that? That's what Chelsea did to Madueke. Day before final, no, we're letting you go. Because we think we can beat the best team in Europe without you. PSG may give us a problem to solve tomorrow that you could probably help us, but we think we can do it without you. That's like me getting orders to go secure the Bagram airfield, and I'm turning on the best sniper that's going to provide me cover. Like, yeah, bro, we might be exposed here, so I'm going to need sniper cover on these 2 buildings. Because from point A to point B, we might have to dismount the vehicle and run. We're going to expose ourselves, so we need sniper fire. Or we're doing it stealthy, or we're doing a bull rush. Okay, we're doing it stealthy, so we're on foot. Definitely need. And I'm gonna turn on the best sniper. No. Give me all the good ones. Give me all of them. Give me the not so good ones if you're giving me all of them. Give me 20. You got 30, I'll take them too. You don't turn down people who are performers that can help you accomplish your mission. What are we doing? When a new manager comes in eventually, he will have to do nothing in terms of finances to work with because of the amount of, oh shit. See, that's the thing. This is a whole nother conversation that they're not ready for, DJ. I want Barcola or Rodrigo. Yeah, you want a top winger. You want an upgrade of Martinelli and Trossard. And I agree. We all see it. We all see it. Are these people, are they meant to believe we're just going to ignore our eyes? You're right, though. As a rival fan, it baffles me looking at the happy clappers of the section of your fan base. Arsenal fans like yourself and the real ones I grew up with been face palming for years. And you know what, Mr. Batter? I think these men face palm during games. There is no way they watched that shit on Sunday and was happy. So they face palm, and then they put on a show, come on stream, just to do clickbait content and say how good we were and how it's good to win ugly and this and that. I hear it. It's good to win ugly. But we were, Man United made us look bad. Not gonna lie. Man United was playing through us at 22 shots at our goal. And I'm just supposed to ignore that warning sign and say, yay, 3 points. Nah. I'm solid, Maggie. Scooped up my diploma yesterday. You know I can't just read past that. Dr. Seymour. I'm not going to read past that, my bro. Picked up your diploma. Big round of applause for Dr. Seymour Butts. Dr. Seymour Butts got him another doctorate. Clap some cheek. Oh shit. Hey. Can't read past that either. Yes, sir. Clap some cheeks. That led into some standing ovation. Balmy weather, the breezy, we out here. Didn't watch the match. I'm good. Yeah, right. You say your eyes would have been burning. You would have been face palming like Mr. Batter just said. Big up to Dr. Seymour Butts, man. Out here, clapping cheeks and picking up diplomas. Pretty good week for you, sir. Congratulations once more, my G. The doctor is in the house. Yeah, Rejecty was perfect. I think Rejecty kind of ran. Chelsea Rejecty. Or Rejectee with 2 E's. Whatever. We got your point, Chris. We got your point, and we agreed. Because they tried to run the narrative in demand winger. Now, no one was in demand for that motherfucker. We ain't doing that. Big up to AJ, my mod. This guy says 19 likes. If we can get to 20, we'll get to 20. Man. I'm not worried about it. Nice one, Doc. Yes, sir. Cheeks must be clapped. Now trophies must be won. I've been saying it for a while. Last summer was your chance to have your Rodgers to clock moment with Hansi Flick. Yet Arteta has the gift of the and kept his job. Yeah, and it's like I'm gonna keep asking them until they answer. And I think that if they could dig up an answer or dig up 5 reasons why he should still be in the job after 5 years winless, I'd love to hear it. But they can't. They cannot. Because every excuse that they point to that we shouldn't win the league with injuries, you can point those right back to him. This player, that player, you can point that right back to him. No players at this football club that Arteta didn't want. This is his team. He wanted Havertz, so Havertz is here. You can't give no top manager who's trying to win a Premier League Havertz. You give a little man who thinks he's smarter than everyone else in the room. You give him advice, and then you watch him facepalm. Oh man, lots more congrats for Dr. Seymour Butts. Gotta live up to my namesake. Bless up you, legend. Yes, sir, man. I ain't got this doctorate, brother. I am not. I stopped at stopped at. I'm not going past the masters, brother. I'm not. And I only got the masters because for me to go from a CW4 to a CW5, the people who I'm competing with, all of them got masters. Yeah. So, you have to get it on paper because what the Army likes to see is they see your professional performances on a daily basis, but they also like to see you do personal development, i.e., civilian education, volunteer work, shake hands, kiss babies, community centers and all that stuff. Because at this level, it's all about politicking. So I get all the politicking from the football club because I see it at the highest level, But yeah, major congrats to you, man. If you want us to read your thesis, I would. You can tell us where you're published and all that. I'm here for it. Dr. Seymour Butts. And I don't think I've ever skipped past the doctor in your name either. So now, now it bangs. I wish I could refer to our manager as Premier League champion manager, Mikhail. But now it looks like it's going to be another slice of pancake. Humble pie and pancake. Which one you want? You're going to ask the top gooners. That's going to be my new question for him. Got some humble pie and I got some pancake. Which one you want to eat? Because we'll be eating something. You're going to be eating something this summer. Won't be trophies. So it was Eze Rodrigo, Gyökeres to the squad to win the league before the window opened. You have Gyökeres and Eze going to Spurs. Rodrigo moving from all the news. Want to see the next top gooner excuse. The next top gooner excuse is going to be, Liverpool bought the league. We can't compete with that. They're breaking the transfer window, the same window. Okay. You had the same opportunity in the transfer window. We didn't have one transfer window and Liverpool had a different one. We're all operating in the same space. Yeah. Oh, Reinders is a world-class player now. He's a Ballon d'Or. We can't compete. They had 2 Ballon d'Or winners in their squad. They'll make up something. They will make up something. Top Gooner Bingo is what views call it. I need to get that screenshot from views so I can keep putting it up with my my other top Gooner stats that they always throw at me. Never will link. Remember these ones. Remember the top 1% for progressive carries into the opponent's half about Berteta. Did we see any of that shit on Sunday? Or this one, the top 4% for touches in the opposition area and all that. And now they're running with this one. The player A, player B. It never stops. It never stops. See, this is one of the excuses already made. This is a preseason excuse. Remember this one? Remember the preseason excuse? They are spent $400 million in a single window. We can't compete. The excuse express is out, people. The excuse express is out in abundance. Big up to my mod, AJ says, Darren, please answer me this. If Emery was one trophy from a possible 20, oh shit. Oh damn. AJ, this question, it cuts deep. But I'm not sure they're ready for this conversation, AJ. I don't think if Pep, I think Pep is bigger than the club that he manages. I'm sorry if there's a Man City fan watching and feels like that shade. But I don't even think Pep goes 5 years trophyless and keeps his job. Not 5-year Premier League-less, 5 years trophyless. We got 32 locked in. Big up to every single one of you locked in. Appreciate you checking out BBK Sports this morning, people. Let's stay connected. Let's all stay connected and focus. Don't get blinded by the PR, the merch, and the people who are trying to silence our legendary Tony. Let's not do that. Stay focused. Let's stay connected. Let's stay focused. I don't think Pep goes 5 years trophyless. I'm not talking about Premier League, just trophies in general. Pep does not get that luxury. It's not even Oliver Glasner at Palace ain't getting 5 years trophyless. So how does he? What has it is how? On what merit? Is it 1 and soon to be 26 allowed? There's a left wing, left back. Otherwise, it's 4th and no trophy. I'm here for it, AJ. At this point, I'm here for it. Just want him gone. When we draw 1-way at home to Leeds, then what? Then it's just the second game of the season. The second game of the season, my guy. You got 36 games to go. And you win the league in the second week? No, but you can damn sure lose it. I got you with Top Guna Bingo, Brody. I helped views develop it. See? The Seymour Bites out here doing the Lord's work. Yes, sir. Top Guna Bingo. I might make it my background. I might incorporate it into my intro. AJ bigging up Dr. Seymour Butts and the crew. Samuel Porter injured and out for weeks, apparently. Another Newcastle target down. Brentford won 60 M's for Worcester, and they're having a nightmare. I mean, Brentford saw them pay 60.55 for Elanga. I think Brentford are well within their right to ask for 60. Worcester scored 19 goals playing as a second striker. Yeah, man got his diploma yesterday. And don't forget, he clapped cheeks. Don't leave out the clap cheeks. Big up to Scans TV, another top Liverpool fan. I don't know. Does Liverpool have top reds? Does Liverpool have top and bottom reds? I don't know. But I know when I speak to Liverpool fans these days, man, it's like talking. It's like looking up. It's like they're moved differently. There's a little more swag in their step, and they're little broing the shit out of us, which they can. They're not treating us like they treat Newcastle, but big up to the Liverpool fans, man. I wish we could move like how you men are moving. Dr. Seymour Butts, my paper was on socio-historical examination on the evaluation of Cuban citizenship from a Spanish colony to a de facto U.S. colony through the revolution and its present-day merit. Oh, shit. Woo. Dr. Seymour Butts, a socio-historical examination on the valuation of Cuban citizenship from a Spanish colony to a de facto U.S. colony through the revolution and its present-day merit. I want to read this. Oh, yeah, I want this. Dr. Seymour Butts, find a way to get me this. I need this, brother. I need this in my life. Oh shit! I'm gonna watch an Arsenal game, and it's gonna put me to sleep, and I'm gonna wake up well rested, and I'm gonna read Dr. Seymour Butts' thesis. Yeah, big up to you, brother. That was a mouthful. Pause. I was Bethany this weekend. I think AJ can tell us that. When you take a step back and look at it, it's amazing in the world of modern football. You have a manager who's won 1 trophy in 22 and still be given the time to succeed. Is there any other examples out there? And it's not even that he's given all this. The way he's defended and the way he is celebrated is next level. They will defend him the more than they defend their own family members. Like imagine if he actually won. They'll start a petition for a statue if he won. Say Arteta had won like back-to-back FA Cups or something. Or did a 3-peat with the FA Cups. He would have been like, oh, Wenger didn't even do that. Oh man. Yeah. And though, I'm gonna put it on the screen one more time so you can see what it was. Socio-historical examination on the evaluation of Cuban citizenship from a Spanish colony to a de facto U.S. colony through the revolution and its present-day merit. My goodness. We have, ladies and gentlemen, we have a modern-day genius amongst us. Seymour Butts. You know how Arteta is a genius. Might be a genius. He's not a genius in football, but he's a genius at something. So we got a we got a modern day genius amongst us. Yeah, brother, it sounds mad. It sounds mad. Castro, from when they tried to kill him. You know how many years they spent trying to kill that man. Yeah, I want to read that. Yeah, we got some, I think, Redmen TV getting accused of it, and they get amazing access to the club and players, especially former players like King Kenny. Okay. Fair play. Fair play. I'm getting educated by the community on here every single day. And I'm here for it. I am here for it, man. But Dr. Seymour Bus really got me interested in that associate historical. That's got to be a lot of research, man. A lot of research, lots of interviews. Do you think Arteta's talent ID is truly that bad, or he's trying to prove a point? This is a great question, G. Wills. Right, prove a point all the time, because I'm confused. Who buys Madueke over players like Eze and Kudus? This is such a great point. This is a fantastic point. He wants to win his way. He wants to win with these players. That way, in the event that he does win, he can be like, look what I did with this bunch. But it's gonna, it's a dangerous game to play. They say you play silly games, you win silly prizes. This is a very silly and a dangerous game to play. Not gonna lie. That sounds very interesting, brother. I want that. I need that. There was a master's in public policy with a focus in legislative affairs from a school in Washington, D.C. I tell you what, in a couple of years, we're going to see Dr. Seymour Butts, portrait, Senator of Florida. Senator of Florida, Dr. Seymour Butts, Arsenal fan. But it's a mad one. Just a mad one. But I love that point from G. Willis still. I'm not going to lie. I love it. And ultimately, what citizenship with Cuban today under oppressive black box authoritarian? That's the Seymour Butts, man. But I love this question from G. Willis. Why do we think Arteta is? I think it's just an ego thing, man. Because we know footballers when we see him in it. It's the ego thing. And part of the ego thing feeds into the, I don't think I need to convince players to come to Arsenal. As if Arsenal are sitting on some kind of pedestal in the football world. If they're having a Champions League banquet, we can't even get in. If the world of football decided we're going to have a banquet for clubs with UCL Heritage, we can't even get in the damn club. But we're meant to sit here and be like, no. If you don't want to come to Arsenal, we don't want you. It's a terrible position to take. Terrible position to take. And where he gets the arrogance to do that, don't know. Do not know. But yeah. AJ again, what AJ says. AJ said, Can I be so real? He should be 3 trophies from a possible 22 because there's no reason he shouldn't have won the League Cup and FA Cup. Ten Hag went to 3 consecutive finals, and picked up 2. Realistically speaking, we should have a Premier League title. We should have a Premier League title in 23-24, or the one before that. You were 93% at the top of the league. And you shouldn't have won out the FA Cup to Southampton and Nottingham Forest in that. I'm sorry. Poor. That's poor. Yeah, Arteta seems like someone who enjoys telling you, I told you, but you lack self-awareness. That doesn't mean anything because it's at least 6 years into you trying to win. Yeah. I think he believes in his own linear argument. Yeah, we just keep digging. But, Liverpool got better tools. Man City got a bulldozer, tunnel, that thing they used to build tunnels, that poor shit that spins. Yeah, they're building with that. We're off of it. We're off of it last year. We were off of it in the transfer window. We're off of it in the preseason. Only silver lining now is that we picked up 3 points, but now, Leeds come to the Emirates. I think we do beat Leeds. I don't think we draw 1-1 like ages because I do think we beat Leeds, but it's one of them ones. Big up to Gary, G Money in the building. Ego tripping, De La Soul style, way up there, way up there. Dr. Seymour, but it's funny you mentioned that. It's why I launched my channel. I am America's public servant. I'm running for Congress. Listen, right, I am there. America's, let me write that down because I don't think the football chat will pin that and subscribe to that, but America's public servant. That's a YouTube channel, yeah? I'm here for it, Dr. Seymour Butts. I'm here for it. One of my old battalion commanders actually is a congressman from Maine, Colonel Bulldog. What a guy. But I will check you out, Dr. Seymour Butts. This is what the community is all about, man. I hear it. I'm here for it. 1 second. Let me get back into these comments real quick. On my solo streams, I hate to leave any comment unread. By the way, I noticed the new Berteta shenanigan for the season, the fucking plastic smile. The guy that's looking down at everyone, he's a prick. Man, with his chin, when he don't know what to go on, when he doesn't know how to control what's going on. Because he's in control in the press conference and in training. But on the pitch, the other team are pushing us back, and he has no idea what to do. He's not in control of that. LCR 2 trophies behind us if you take out the community shields, and CPR 4 trophies behind us if you take out the community shields. Yeah. And, you could easily see City walking over two trophies this year, or even Chelsea. It's not a crazy day. Chelsea walked over 2 trophies this year. Ego tripping to the point to the favorite De La Soul tracks. De La Soul, Oh, man. Link for Gary's in the chat, people. I thought they would get reneged. Now turn reneged into a verb. When Arsenal women change their mind in the mid-season, they are happy. Uncomfortable conversation. But we're not supposed to talk about this. We're just whiny bitches. So that's what I was called earlier on in the chat from one of the mutants. Imagine being in the state that we're in and then get called a whiny bitch for wanting better. Wanting better than no trophies in 5 years makes you whiny. Imagine just how low your standards have to be to get to that point. I got my vote. Oh my days. Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here for him getting reneged. There it is, people. America's public servant. America's public servant is here. I won't even be on too long, but I'm gonna pin that. I'm gonna pin that in the chat, Dr. Seymour. But where we at? And to answer your question, Gary, I think he does when he throws the FA Cup in the bin. That means January. He has to win that. He has to win this. It's a domestic double for me. That's what I'm screaming out for. That's the energy I'm putting in the air. Domestic double. Arsenal Football Club must put some daylight between us and Manchester United. We have 14, they have 13. And they went to the final twice in the past 3 years. So they could have passed us. Can't have that. Arsenal women, we make the Arsenal one to sing. The thrill is gone. Correction, the window's gone. The window's gone. We got 13 days, Gary. What's today? The 18th? Yeah, we got 13 days. When Spurs was linked to Eze, there was copium in the group chat saying, "Oh no, clubs get fed all the time. Arsenal's gonna come in for him." Now this morning, they have to wake up and face the music and admit. It's like they have to wait until the house is fully engulfed fully engulfed to say, "Oh my God, we're in trouble." That's like before GPS and sat navigation. That one friend that's driving around in circles and won't admit that they're lost. Like, bro, could you stop at the gas station and ask somebody we're lost, man? They will not admit that we're in trouble. Arteta realizing that the pressure is on, he can only double down so much. That the results are what we'll eventually see him ousted as a manager, and it will happen this season. It has to. Either he gets ousted or we win. It can't be just another vanilla. It can't just be another vanilla season. Can't be. Even Gary is fed up. The writing's on the wall, man. Even the most patient of people will snap. I don't understand anyone who could be upset at the people who are upset that we're not winning. 23 laps that we're on. Okay, we hit the goal. We have hit the goal. Man, I done went over an hour and a half. Love this legendary chat, I hope to do some live streams and panels and hope to have some of y'all on so we can shoot the breeze. Dr. Seymour Bus, I am ready, man. If you're doing a live on your platform, just shoot me a link. I'll make time. I'll make time, my brother. Big up to you every single time. A Hendo said, I can see that. Unfortunately, it's at the expense of the real fans like yourselves, and it's going on. My hairline used to actually be, might have to catch a trip to Turkey to fix my hairline. This club has done this to us. Club has. Let's see if I have. This was the last time we won the league title. This was tiring. This was 2004. This was May of 2004, the day after we won the league. I flew to the desert. Young soldier. Oh my days. Now, I'm about to retire and no more league titles. But yeah, I'm whiny, I'm whiny for wanting us to do better. Oh my God. It's the better that I stated patience, infos change. I got to change with it. That's it. You're sitting on the jury and new evidence has been brought to the case. New information. Yeah. You change your vote. That surveillance video looked like him, but the DNA evidence says he is not. So it was a lookalike. New information, new ideas. But nah, these men want to be wrong and strong. They just double down and call you names and get personal. Hey, Gary, I hear it, brother. It's true what you say. Important to assess situation on the facts at hand. Yeah, you change your opinions based on the facts. But when your opinions are just based in emotion, then they're all over the place. There's no consistency with emotion. It's the let's embrace the baldness. I'll embrace the baldness once I'm fully retired and I actually let go of my beard back. Because you can have the bald head with the, yeah. Looks like it weighs more than you in that pig. Yeah, man, I was 135 pounds soaking wet. 135 pounds soaking wet. My the ruck on my back was weighing me down too. I think the ruck on my back actually weighed more than I did. Yeah, that was 2004, my people. Back when I used to. Nice one. Was that an M6? It's an M4. Yeah, it's an M4A1. The variation. So the M4A1 is the auto. The M4 itself had a 3-round burst, but the M4A1 had a burst cam in it. This one didn't. This one you could go from semi to fully auto and just waste ammo. Big up to John. Big up to all the people locked in. Appreciate you checking us out, John. Let's all stay connected, people. Make sure we're hitting those likes. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The money in the building. That's exactly look baldness with a big bushy beard. Yeah, man. Beard gang. Full grown beard gang. ultimately, the Arsenal ladies are about to start the preseason, and the man can go backseat and energy, and the emotions are going to the. I'm fully invested, AJ. I'm fully invested. I'm just hoping I can get those games on my little fire stick that I got. 52 M's and Martinelli sold would make us more than enough money for Rodrigo, Leao, Barcola. 100%, Chris. 100%. That's not even 10 stone. Yeah, I was a light one. I was light because I used to do lightning fast. I used to run like the Army 10 milers and stuff. But I was 21 in that pick. Yes, I was 21 in that. 20 actually. I was 20. My birthday is in September. That was May. I was 20 years old in that pick. I went through my entire 30s and see my football club not lift a Premier League trophy. Huh? But I'm whiny, and I'm wanting my club to win. Arsenal fans, don't worry. You might have the lost out of Eze, but it clears the way for Rodrigo. We better get him yesterday, John. We better get him yesterday. Thank you for your service, bro. E-Ross, man. Thank you for your support. You are a legend. And then we'd have Trossard as backup, better and cheaper too. I can hear that, but we got to get him in. Berteta doesn't win anything this season. Would you sack him? The word's been clear since June. Now, the Arsenal transfer window just opened. Then once the season started and we look stinky and we look like we need help, that's when our window starts. Serving for over 21 years. Yeah, so that was my third deployment, that photo. I should have deployed, the previous 2 years. So I actually started my service October 21st, 2001. So this is my 24th year. That's why I'm all out of gas. I am done. I think I'm giving them 23 good years, and these next couple of months, I'm just like pulling. If I didn't have this damn ACL and therapy that I'm doing, I'd be traveling the world and doing all the stuff. I might even be inclined to come check out an Arsenal game, but after seeing what I'm seeing, the way the club is moving, I'm sticking. I haven't been to a game since 2016, and I'm sticking to that because it cost me about $1,400 to come to one game. And when these men get serious again, I'll be back. I will be back. I used to be that fan, I used to be that fan, flying across the water every day. This is me. This is me at the Emirates. This was my last game. Yeah, right out there. In my white pants on and the Puma kit. My days, the memories. I'm gutted, man. I'm praying that the club will do right by their fans. One day, we can start celebrating stuff again. Getting Rodrigo over Man City, that's a tough one to pull off, John. Tough. Yeah. You want to play for Pep or you want to play for Arteta? It's a pretty easy choice. 85 mil. Okay, John, when do you sack? Then when he sack, who do you want as the next manager? Anybody at this point? I'd even take I'd even take Uriola from Bournemouth. Does anyone reckon the media worm has turned a bit? People talking a different tune. How Mikel has to win something big this year. It started back in the summer, and they were asking the question: is Mikel under pressure next year? I'm like, what? How is it even a question? And what are you talking about next year? He's under pressure this year, brother. Like, what are they doing? Because it has been 68 million pounds since June 1st. Still. John Amarillo, yeah. Mr. Barrett is a champion of England. So he speaks a little differently. Oh man, AJ says, Darren, if you ever get over here, honestly, give the Arsenal ladies a chance. Ticket are no more than $40. That's what it's gonna be. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that because I want to come back to the UK, man. I want to. I miss that place. Oh yeah, you know what? Fuck it. That's what it's gonna be. Yeah, I'm an Arsenal supporter. I support the club holistically. I big up to AJ for that every single time. Big up to 27 of you locked in. People, I do have physical therapy here in about an hour, so I have to go. I have to get running. I am sorry if I don't get to any more of the comments. Yeah, it's the reason I had therapy at 9:15 a.m. this morning. That's why I came on a little bit early. No, this is normally my normal stream time. But thank you all for tuning in. And big up to AJ, big up to John for joining us. Big up to Mr. Batters, Dr. Seymour Butts. Congrats again on your published thesis on social. I should have wrote that down as well. But I'm looking forward to reading that, my brother. Make sure you get that to us. Like I always say, people, let us stay connected. Take care of yourselves. Good care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.